John 3, 1 through 7, for those who got the Bible ready, read. Now there was a Pharisee, a man named Nicodemus, who was a member of the Jewish ruling council. He came to Jesus at night and said, Rabbi, we know that you are a teacher who has come from God. For no one could perform the signs you are doing if God was not with you. Jesus replied, very truly I tell you, no one can see the kingdom of God unless they are born again. How can someone be born when they are old? Nicodemus asked. Surely they cannot enter a second time into his mother's womb to be born. Jesus answered, very truly I tell you, no one can enter the kingdom of God unless they are born of water and spirit. Flesh gives birth to flesh, but spirit gives birth to spirit. You should not be surprised when I say you must be born again. Everybody say you must be born again. Real quick, everyone say with me really loud. Blow my brains out when you say it. Say ministry in motion. And say it with me one more time, clothing the naked. Have a quick seat. Ministry in motion. Now listen, I don't want to feel pushed today to preach. Can y'all be with me there? Somebody say, I don't want to be pushed to preach. Can I teach today? Okay, nobody gave me the okay. Can I teach today?
Yes, sir.
Because sometimes you get caught up in preaching when you move too fast and lose the substance. And the only way I can teach if I have students, I need the hands of all the students I have in the building. Students mean I'm willing to do better, learn better, and do better. Somebody say, students, learn better, and do better. I would not lie to you as a preacher if I told you that it's feel good to preach sermons people like to hear. I would not lie to you if I would lie to you if I told you I don't like them. Because good responses sometimes feel like good sermons.
Yes.
But can I tell you, good responses sometimes can tell you just preach what folks want to hear.
Right. Yes.
And sometimes preachers will sway away from the good sermons because the good sermons may hurt sometimes.
Amen.
So, what I gotta do, God gave me a major conviction even when I was on vacation. When I came off vacation, one thing about us, when we was on vacation this time, I made sure I didn't look at the camera. How many of y'all believe that? I wouldn't lie in the pulpit. We'll try to. I didn't look at the camera. I'm going to say this loosely. I didn't forget I was a pastor, but I forgot I had pastor responsibilities. I forgot my pastor responsibilities now, and I really enjoyed my time away. But you can tell when it was coming to the end, because my pastor hair started growing. Literally, my pastor hair started growing. Listen, you can tell that it was time because, listen, I don't even know what day it was. But I can tell me and my wife both shifted into ministry mode. We began to deal with ministry. We knew it was time to come back home, time to get back to work and get back in place. But we got to realize that as a ministry, we are on a mission to maximize ministry. Somebody say maximize ministry.
Maximize ministry.
And to maximize ministry, that means you got to do two things. You got to surrender and you got to surrender and you got to do what God told you to do. Two things. You got to surrender and you got to do what God told you to do. And in this place right now, this sermon is not one of them sermons you can go home and say, oh, I'm going to change my life. It's going to be that sermon where, oh, we are going to change somebody else's life. Yeah. Amen? That's ministry. And this is the problem. T.D. Jakes taught me something about 2 weeks ago before I went on vacation. He said this here. How do you teach sacrifice to a generation who only understands success? He says, how do you teach sacrifice to a generation? Right now, we got a generation who all they want is success. They want success at work, success at home, success at church, success in our businesses, success everywhere. But we don't want to struggle or we don't want to sacrifice anything for success. Yeah. And so what happens is, two things God showed me this year while I was out. We become a church with a millennial and Peter mindset. A millennial and Peter mindset. And millennials don't get offended, like I told you in my series, is that millennial means we all have embraced this concept that we want what we want and we want it now. Millennial. And Peter mindset. Somebody say Peter mindset. Come on, talk to me, saints. Somebody say Peter mindset.
Peter mindset.
And the Peter mindset, remember when Peter was on the mountain with Jesus and he transfigured, and Peter says, it's good that we're here. Let's build a church and stay. Peter mindset is that it's good that we're here. I don't want to do nothing else besides wait till God come back. And somebody said, we have work to do. Outside of the church.
Outside of the church.
So maximizing ministry is not just maximizing church. We got enough swollen churches. But do we have a swollen kingdom? Okay, you get them when you get home. We got enough swollen churches. Church is packed. But is the kingdom of God packed? What about all the folks who are not in church? I'll forget them. They know where we're at. No. I don't remember Jesus spent a lot of time in church. He walked the streets, the hedges and byways and highways, going to reach the people who need what you've been through. Somebody say they need what I've been through. So we have to understand our assignment is not here. This is where we come and sharpen our swords to go out and fight the battle.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to get there today. So we're in a series titled Maximizing Ministry. No, Ministry in Motion. Ministry in Motion. And so write the word ministry down. Write the word ministry down. By definition, the word ministry means, now this is very important. Now for those who took notes in the first part, do not deny writing notes in this time, because I promise they change. I've been off for almost 5 weeks, and from the first time I preached it. So it's changed a little bit. It's changed a little bit. I just add a little bit to it. So follow me. Ministry means the spiritual work or service of any Christian or group of Christians, especially evangelism. Spiritual work of service. Underline the word spiritual when you write that down. How many of y'all in here are spiritual? How many of y'all are spiritual? Write your hand proud. If you're spiritual, you know, like, I got a spirit in me. And listen, I know you can tell you're spiritual because you do the Paul test. The Paul test say the good I want to do, I cannot do. The evil that I don't want to do, I keep on doing. Oh, what a wretched man I am. If you got a battle going on inside of you, you're spiritual. Amen. If you ain't got a battle, you just do what you want to do with no conviction, well, you need a spirit. Or you need another spirit. Yeah. So if you're spiritual, it means you got a struggle going on. Listen, the good I want to do, I cannot do. I keep trying to do right. And because there's something in me telling me I can do right, but something in me also keep telling me you do wrong, sometimes that's a battle.
That's a battle.
So the spiritual work of service of Christians, or a group of Christians, especially evangelism, with motion, this is important. It's important. We got a lot of spiritual people with no motion. We got a lot of spiritual people with no motion. You know what to do, but you done got so uppity, you don't do it. How do you become uppity spiritually? I done got too saved to go back there. I thank God for Sister Jackson. She still go back to Livingston because she realized that's what she was called to. They done got above me. Can I be honest with y'all? I caught myself getting uppity with my family. If anything I've been releasing in the last 90 days, I need my family.
Right.
No matter how busted they are, no matter how crazy they are, they were still my family when I needed them when they was busted. And just because I done elevated from where I am, I still need my busted family. I've been calling my mama, how you doing? I've been talking to my daddy, kissed me. I said, I kissed him back. We've been kissing each other. Yeah, that bald head, I'm gonna kiss his bald head and kiss my bald. I need my family. I need about 10 people to realize I'm nothing with who I come from. I don't care how saved you get, you're not too saved to go back home and still eat mama food. Still listen to mama nag, because that's still mama. I'm preaching to me. I talked to my mom for too many years here. I need my mama. If the preacher can admit when he wrong, you can admit when you're wrong too. Somebody say, I need my daddy.
I need my daddy.
As jacked up as he is, he got me to where he at, and so now I need to go to the rest way and come back and get him. I got about 5 people mad at me now. But go ahead, Jackson. That's gospel right there. I can't ever let him see that I see him. He's gonna shut off every time. So somebody say, we need to put ministry in motion. What motion means, operating and moving. This is key. I don't care how much prophetic you got in you, I don't care how much evangelism you got in you. If it ain't moving, why you got it? Right. It's dying on the inside of you because you got too uppity, because all your assignments are less than you. I've been on vacation. I don't care what y'all think. Give me 5 weeks, I'm hyper right now. No. You don't want to preach to somebody because all your assignments are less than you, but really they ain't only in that place. Why? Because God has promoted you to go back. Jesus had to come all the way back to Jerusalem and preach to the folks who customized. Why? Because you're my assignment. I told y'all stop making me preach. You're my assignment. So you can't be uppity in this role, because if you up in this role, you always look at what you can get and not what you can give. So if you don't have your ministry in motion, that means you ain't for folks to just help you out. You ain't helping nobody. When the last time you set your hands on somebody that needed your hands to be laid on to pray for them because they had been through what you've been through? Yep, I feel like I'm home again. So ministry motion. Go ahead and go to my next one, Deke. I think it's there, but not just hurry up and jump backwards. So somebody say ministry motion. I told you I changed it up. I changed so much I don't remember what I put on there. It means that I am performing my spiritual responsibilities or my spiritual acts of service and duties. Somebody say my spiritual.
My spiritual.
Ministry in motion is when a Christian or a group of Christians are operating in a spiritual work or service. A spiritual work or service. A spiritual work or service. I got my big towel, I give me a little towel. Somebody give me, yes ma'am. I told Brother Leo, that's two things I'm going to invest in, caps and towels. Somebody say spirituals, work service. You got to write this down. I don't want to get too caught up too fast because this is very important. So ministry in motion is when a Christian or a group of Christians are getting rich. Ministry in motion is when a Christian or a group of Christians get big houses.
No.
Okay, hold up, help me out. Ministry in motion is when a Christian or a group of Christians get married, have kids, get a new business, get a new car, and get a whole big fat bank account. That's not, why the church doing that now and not doing anything else? The church think, when I get myself fully together, then I serve. Can I tell you your last breakthrough is your next responsibility? So the key word here is spiritual. Write the word spiritual down. Now what spiritual means, this is very important. Listen, if you was here 3 weeks, you're still missing it because you didn't get this. The key word is spiritual. That means there's something on the inside of us telling us that there is some work or service that he wants us to do. There's something inside of you, Sister Kendra, that's saying there's something God wants you to do. Brother Leo, listen, there's something inside of you God saying that he wants you to do. And I can guarantee you one thing, it's close to your last breakthrough. I'm not where I should be. No, but you are where you are. And when you are, you're responsible to get somebody at least where you are. I can't wait till our men's prayer breakfast. We're going to have this whole stage full of prayers up here. And we're going to get men to come because it's something about when men pray.
Yes, sir.
And God showed when men pray at midnight. Paul was out praying at midnight. He said 3 things happen. Lives will change, doors will open, and chains will be broken. So I'm believing at midnight lives will be changed, chains will be broken, and doors will be open. So if you know like I know, you make sure this stage is full of your prayers, your mama prayers, your cousin prayers, your sister prayers, because men cannot get so comfortable at night because where I am is good enough.
Yes, sir.
Where I'm at is enough. Where I'm at, I'm not where I want to be, but that gone ain't where I used to be.
Right.
And what I pray for now gonna get somebody at least broke through where I'm at. So, spiritual. There's something on the inside of me that's telling me there's a work or service. You gotta get this is the whole premises of the next 3 weeks. There's something on the inside of you that's telling you there's something God has for you to do. There's something God has for you to do. And a few examples of those, Sister Rayford is here. Go to my next scripture, Matthew 25 and 34 to 36. If you don't go there, we got it for you. Go ahead and read this one real quick. We all heard this, but just go through it, just entertainment for a second. Ready to read it.
Then the king will
Say to those to the right, come, you are blessed by the Father. Take your inheritance, the kingdom. Now listen, this means heaven. How many of y'all can't wait to that day? I mean, I can't wait till I can go and say, good and faithful servant, well done. Take your place in heaven. I mean, I think some folks have forgotten there's a heaven. We didn't get so happy on earth, we don't even want to go to heaven. How many of y'all ready to go to heaven? I saw the preacher sermon so long ago say, you want to go to heaven, but you don't want to die. I'm in a place in my life, I'm going to lie to you. My wife hates when I say this, but I mean it. I'm cool if God took me right now. Do I feel accomplished? No. But I am in a place to where I realize that there is better than here. Because the Bible says to be absent from the body, be present with the Lord. Now, is there most of I got to do? Yes. But would I be mad if he took me? No. Because it's something greater than here. And that's the problem. We got so good, y'all. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to preach. We got so caught up with here, we forgot about working for there. We got so caught up in here, we just stop working. See, what happens, you can tell when you work for there because you will sacrifice this for that. But when you work for here, you won't sacrifice this to get that, and all I want is this. And so I'll hurt folks and look over folks trying to keep this. Somebody say ministry in motion.
Ministry in motion.
So he says here, this is the things, go ahead, he says, go start to prepare, ready to read. Prepare for you since the creation of the world. Next one. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, you invited me in. I needed clothes, and and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you what?
To visit me.
You did what?
To visit me.
And listen, I told you that this scripture, we're going to go to my next thing real quick. So the list of things, now remember this, don't lose this. Somebody say spiritual,
Spiritual.
works of service.
Works of service.
Everyone say again, realize they spiritual,
Spiritual.
works of service
Works of service.
means there's something
Something
on the inside of me
on the inside.
telling me there's something for me to do.
For me to do.
And the things he'll tell you to do, number one, is feed the hungry. He'll tell you to give drinks to the thirsty. He'll tell you to take in strangers. He'll tell you to clothe the naked. He'll tell you to look after the sick. He'll tell you to visit the prisoners. Somebody say feed the hungry,
Feed the hungry.
give drinks to the thirsty,
Give drinks to the thirsty.
take in strangers,
Take care of strangers.
clothe the naked,
Clothe the naked.
looking after the sick,
Looking after
and
sick.
visit prisoners.
And visit prisoners.
These are things the Spirit tell you to do. Now I told you before I left, there's only one small problem I got with the scripture in the name of God. God didn't write the scripture wrong, we just interpret it and read it wrong. The problem I have with the scripture, because some people actually believe in their mind that I can do these alone and get to heaven. Say one time. I can do these alone and get to heaven. And one thing I like about the English language, sometimes I hear about the English language, this word can be used transferably in two different ways. Number one, alone, I don't need nobody. I do it all by myself. Had a man tell me one time, I was working at the Kingwood Medical Center. He said, you a preacher? I said, yeah. He said, you believe how Jesus said? I said, yeah. He said, I believe if it's really a heaven, I do good, it's going to get me there. Somebody said, you do that alone and watch what happens. I don't care how good you do, you still got to serve my Father.
Amen.
And his mind, he think, I'm a good person. He said, I'm a good person. He said, listen, I've been so convicted since he said this. And so when I get out the store, I do this every time. Now my kids even tell me, my wife don't even know I told them. I ain't told her this. He said, when I'm at Walmart, I see a buggy. I don't just leave my buggy there. I take my buggy and other buggies and put them up.
I'm not getting the.
He says, I do good stuff now. Every time I get out the store, I say, doggone it, who left that buggy there? And I'm grabbing that buggy. And this is the fucking thing way over there. I'm like, God, dog, I gotta take it. I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put the buggy up. He said, he done messed me up like 10 years ago. He done messed me up. How many of y'all leave your buggy sitting right there and you know you're wrong? The whole time. Somebody else will get it. And you wonder why the buggy man cussing you out. Yeah, hey, but his job would be easier. It would be some conscience. Listen, but he said to me, I put my buggies up. He says, when somebody hungry, I give them some food. And he said, I do. And his nature, he thinks he can earn his way in heaven. This is good. I like quietness. Somebody say, blessed quietness.
Blessed quiet.
So the second problem, not only that you can do it alone, the word alone means by yourself. Alone means I don't have to add anything else to it. Well, the first one meant I don't have to add anything else to it. The second one means I don't need anyone else to tell me what to do. I'm gonna just go around, co-pastor. I'm gonna find as many thirsty folks I can. I'm gonna give them water. Matter of fact, once a quarter, me and my kids gonna go to the corner and we're gonna give away free water. Once a quarter. Once a quarter? Every year, children's cleaning, we're gonna clean the closet out and give our clothes away. You ain't been inspired or nothing. You're just gonna go out there and just give your clothes away. As a matter of fact, every year we're gonna go down to Thanksgiving dinner and we're gonna give away some free food and I'm gonna cook a couple of cakes. But I ain't gonna come and cook the cakes. I'm gonna send my cake. That was shade. That was shade. That was a whole lot of shade. All right? Okay, so I'm keep going. So these things I do because alone, first, all I'm gonna do is this, but now I don't need inspiration to inspire myself. Somebody said, that's not gonna get you to heaven. Come on, next scripture, Zeke. If I say it, I'm going to have a scripture for you. Ephesians 2:8 says, read it with me. Ready to read? For
it is by grace you have been saved through faith.
Okay, somebody say, by grace.
By grace.
Write that word grace down. This is my favorite scripture now. I got about 20 of them. I got a whole Bible full of them. But this is one of my new favorite scriptures. Somebody say, by grace.
By grace.
By grace.
By grace.
By grace.
By grace.
This is just put a mandate on everybody who call yourself saved and say you're spiritually filled that you got work to do. By grace.
By grace.
The word grace by definition means getting what you don't deserve. Someone say, I don't deserve to go to heaven. And there's nothing I can do to deserve it. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care how saved you forget, the day you walk through them gates, you can't deserve it, because if you deserve it, you will need Jesus.
Right.
He would have needed to die for you if you didn't deserve it. You would say, it'll be a section for everyone else and one section for you. You can't deserve it. But you can do something to get access to it.
Yeah.
I don't deserve half the things I've got, but I've done something to get access. You know what's so good about access? Access can be granted, and access can be taken. Because if you have deserved it, it cannot, if you can deserve it, you will never be able to take it from you.
Oh, yeah. Right.
If I can deserve it, you can never take it from me. So I want you to understand that this, if you're looking at Matthew 25 as if you can gain some kind of credit, you're wrong, because if you did it, you can buy your way to heaven. But he says, if grace is given what you don't deserve, then faith, somebody right there with faith. Y'all probably already hear me, ain't y'all? Heathens. Faith, everybody say faith, say doing what you have been told
What you have been told
to do
to do
in spite of
in spite of
what you see or think.
what you see or think.
Somebody say, no, Pastor, that ain't what faith is. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Somebody say, this is a modified version.
Modified version.
I just put a whole bunch of stuff together trying to give you one statement. Because faith without work is what?
Dead.
Faith without work is what?
Dead.
And so if faith without work is dead, the work must do what somebody told you to do. Somebody who told you to do must have been God. So if you got faith but God told you to do something, that means what you're going to get is dead because you never done it. So it sums up to say, faith is what you have been told to do in spite of what. So God said, I told you to go to the house even though your credit don't look good, but go get the house. And if your butt sits there, don't expect the house to come to you.
That's right.
If I told you the business is yours and all you got to do is go get the business, don't sit at home and expect the business to come to you. Faith is, even though it look like I even deserve a house, if God told me to go get it, I'm going to go get it, and I'm going to sit at the place expecting somebody to give me the keys. It's doing what I was told to do in spite of what I see or think. Can I help you out? It's easy, Sister Nikki, to transfer this into blessing. It's easy to put this in blessing terminology. If I say blessing terminology, all y'all really have blessing terminology faith. If God said get a house, go get it. So guess what? I'm going to instantly go look for a house. Go get a job, I'm going to instantly go look for a job. Go get a husband, I'm going to instantly go get for her. Whatever you tell me to do, it's going to bless me, I'm going to instantly go get it because I'm crazy to expect God don't give me something. But when it comes to blessing somebody, you got $100 in your pocket. God said give it away. What you say you're going to feed hungry? How hungry folks going to eat if you don't give them nothing to eat with? Oh, you eat your nasty leftovers? It's time to break out the switch out. Feed the hungry. But you can't give them no dollar. Can we talk?
Yeah.
So let me just read this to you right quick. And we're going to go. I got to get to my series. Therefore, we can't earn our way into heaven. But we can gain access to it by responding to what God tells us to do in spite of what we see or think. God will say, Sister Elder, get him right quick so people stop looking at him and look at me. God will say, Sister Did you? That coworker of yours at work who can't stand you and you can't stand her, go pray for her today. Go pray for her today. Go lay hands on her and say, and she don't even know God like that. But God said, did you? Go lay hands on her. No, God, did you? She don't believe in you. Did you? I told you to lay hands on her and pray for her. It's going to make you look stupid. It's going to make you feel crazy. But the assignment is lay hands. And you fight for a week, and now you can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't drink, you can't drive. Because God said the assignment is on you because somebody laid hands on you when you didn't believe. And you finally say, God, I'm going to be stupid and a fool in front of you. You come and you lay hands on them. God told me to lay hands on you and pray. And immediately she break down. I've been waiting on somebody to come to this church and agree. I've been going through so much hell. And I know I ain't been in church, but I've been looking for the church to come to me. We so uppity, we don't know. The ministry is not in church. The ministry is in the streets. But we so saved and sanctified, baptized. Waiting to pick me up instead of picking someone else up. Can God call on you?
Oh, that's good. Glory to God.
Can God call on you? Or are you in your feelings because somebody hurt your feelings?
Thank you, Lord.
Can we talk this morning? So, listen to me. So, the Holy Spirit's going to call us. Go on my next slide, D. Go on my next slide. Go back. Go back to my list. Everyone say, feed the hungry.
Feed the hungry.
God's gonna, see, we don't just gonna just walk around and just feed anybody. Elder, nothing against this elder. But elder talked about me, dogged me out, came against my name, and God said, give her the money. He's not gonna tell me to give folks stuff that who like me.
That's right. That's right.
He's not gonna tell me to bless folks who's on my side.
Yes, Bishop.
Matter of fact, can I tell you to stop blessing folks who are on your side? Because some of these folks are giving your blessing and taking it. But it's somebody who really needs you. They your hater, but they your investigator. They've been watching you while you've been watching them. And I'm telling you, some of your blessings is your best enemy.
Bishop.
Yeah, I feel like preaching. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. If you don't understand that, you're missing the whole kingdom of God. So what is the blessing to bless those who like you? What about those who misspitefully misuse you? They ask me to go back and say, how can you hug folks who talk about you? Because they're my assignment. I can hug on them, love on them, because I realize hurt folk. I realize it. And the day you're in your feelings, you got to get out of them. You got to get out of them. My boss me right now, Adoration. Hated me when he got the job. Now this man calling me every day asking me to pray for him because he got a divorce. But I'm supposed to say, no, dude, I don't like you. You came against me.
Right.
And the same one, I've been praying with him. My wife, I was on the phone with him 45 minutes a day before I went to work. And he's the same one who's fighting now to give me the biggest promotion in my life. Why? Because I don't let my ego get the best of me. I really got a higher assignment. It ain't about me. Ask somebody. It ain't about you. Get out your feelings. This ain't a feeling job. It's a spiritual job. This ain't got to deny your flesh because your flesh gonna lie to you. But the God in you gonna tell you the truth. You gotta fight the phone, man. I don't feel like teaching. Can I teach? So, feed the hungry. Not the hungry folks you would invite over for dinner. The folks you would never bring in your house. Listen, give drinks to the thirsty. Take in strangers, clothed and naked. Look after the sick, visit the prisoners. But, can I go a little deeper? The spiritual wouldn't ask you to satisfy the flesh. For years I thought this was all about flesh. Not that God won't tell you to feed somebody some food. But we're going to find a day, adoration, that we're born of the flesh is other flesh, but what's born of the spirit is what? So the spirit is calling me. He calling me beyond flesh. He calling me for a spiritual feeding. He calling me to a spiritual thirst. He called me to a spiritual stranger. He called me to a spiritual naked person. He called me to the spiritually sick. See, we want to help the folk who I can throw a chicken bone to and leave. But that's not an assignment because as soon as they eat the chicken bone, their assignment is over. But if somebody who's spiritually hungry, then you want to show up next week and then the next week and the next week, they'll keep pushing that spiritual. You don't hear me today. The person I've called you, he's going to take about 6 months to get them fed. Do you got time? Or do your business call you away? Do you got time? Or is your marriage calling you away? Every time God says, but God, my marriage, so your marriage is going through. Why? The devil don't want you to do your assignment. I'm preaching. Look after the sick, the spiritual sick. I can't wait to preach the spiritual sick next week. Look after the prisoners, spiritual prisoners. Can we talk? So, we talked already about the spiritually hungry. We talk about spiritual hunger because hungry folks are people who can't get satisfied no more. I've been eating this all the time, but for some reason I'm hungry now. I've been eating the club, I've been eating the casinos, I've been eating the men, I've been eating the women, I've been doing all this, and all of a sudden I used to be happy, but I ain't happy no more. And so the spiritual hunger will come and say to you who've been eating the good food that comes from Jesus Christ and our God above, say, can you please feed me what you got? And And we talked about how Jesus took in Mary Magdalene and then judged her to condemn her, but took her in. Then we talk about thirsty, and thirsty is someone who was once satisfied, but now I'm thirsty. I was in a good place, like Peter was, but now I done messed up and walked away from it all. And now you gotta come back to Jesus and Jesus, please put me back in place. Jesus didn't condemn him. He didn't come against him. He put him back in place. My favorite one was the last time before I left. Somebody say stranger. Somebody say spiritually strange. We talked about how someone who's not strange is a person who can drop everything like a disciple. When Jesus said, come here, Peter, come here, they dropped the rod and reel and left, no problem. We want to use them, but we don't want to use the one who don't want to let things go, because he called Mary Magdalene. Magdalene had to get delivered from her demons, and we got delivered from her demons. Then she came, and we found a scripture where he was using Mary and Peter. We want the Peter, but we don't want the Mary, because the Mary we got to wrote you off of.
That's right.
But Jesus says, I'm going to use both of them. Because there's some folks Mary can minister to, Peter came. Mary, this yours here. That hooker down the street, this yours here. That woman who got about 5 husbands, but the one she got ain't hers, that's yours, man. Peter, shut up, Peter. You a hard-headed girl. That's some hard-headed folk for you to preach to. But I got some folks I need Mary to minister to, because Mary know what the street look like. Mary know what the bitch do. Oh! Can I get some amen for coming to Mary? Everybody don't want your testimony, but somebody gonna need your testimony. The church folks say shut up, the streets say talk, please.
Amen.
Please say something, because I know you was here with me. How did you get broke loose and the hell you was in? Can the real saints stand up?
Hallelujah.
It's about you looking good. It's about I need to be good. I'm saved now. I don't remember though. Yeah, you do. You still twitch every now and then.
Right.
That's my old past. That's not who I am. Girl, you know you watch TV the other day and started twerking. Come on, now, don't play with me.
Come on, Bishop.
She first I didn't want to check it out. A second ago, see if she still had him. She forgot she was on church. You ain't too far from your breakthrough.
Right.
Don't act like that.
Right.
It's those who need your truth to stop lying. Can anybody be proud of where you come from because you don't tell them all? See, don't let me leave for 2 weeks no more. So, we dealt with the spiritual hunger, we dealt with the spiritual thirsty, we dealt with the spiritual strangers. Can we deal with the spiritual nakedness? I think this is my next favorite one besides one from last time. Can we do the spiritual nakedness? Now, you gotta help me, you gotta let me take my time because I can't rush.
Yes, sir.
Somebody say spiritual nakedness.
Spiritual nakedness.
So, go to my next one, Dick, come on, help me out. Clothe the naked. Clothe the naked. Y'all, I gotta say, this is probably one of the most important sermons I think I have ever preached since I've been through this. Now, I didn't say the most impactful, the one gonna blow your mind. I said the most important. Right now, churches are empty because of this one. Right now, folks hate God because of this one. Right now, folks are saying, you know, I'm ready to die and go to hell because of this one. I wish I could teach you about a car, but you ride around your nasty car while folks walk around their nasty life. We gotta set the car down for a second, park down the road, and walk up and talk to somebody who can hear the ministry in you instead of the last blessing in you. So, somebody say, clothe the naked. Write the word clothe down. Write the word clothe down. Just hang out there, Deacon. You can come up here and sit with us if you want to. But somebody say clothe. The word clothe by definition is the Greek word parabolo. P-E-R-I, peri. Anytime you hear the word peri, it means to come close to. And the word peri means come close to. So it's peri. Balo. B-A-R-I-B-A-L-L-O. It means, listen, this is good, man. God, you're amazing. God was teaching, I had chills the whole time I was studying. Peri, balo. It means to, listen, it means to throw around, or put around. Not just to, because sometimes taking too long may be too late. You see some stuff you gotta. My wife was at the funeral the other day, And she got up and she walked up, and I knew when I zipped the zip up, the zip was kind of weak, and then I should have told her when I zipped it up, but when she got there, she started singing, her dress popped open, and when the dress popped open, I didn't just move quickly, I said, because I was moving too late, it may have got somebody out. I said, I got behind her as full as I could, because, oh, Jesus, Jesus, you can't wash. If I can't wash your feet, you can't go on me. Why? Because you won't cover somebody up for me. Y'all don't want this. Let's go home. Because this nation, y'all look at that. Y'all see that? Y'all see her? You see it? You cover, but you cover too slow and you let everybody see on your way. Wow. Because the better she look, the better you look. But once you cover, I got your back, go girl.
Jesus, you better dress good. You better dress.
Why you clapping? Because you ain't gonna clap, I'm gonna clap myself. Because I know it's some people I may not have covered fast enough. Lady called me in Cleveland. I call her name too. Her name was Evangelist Kim. They said, she drinking. You know her, Sister Sonia? She drinking. She a preacher. She's a bad preacher. She in the street. She had the family in with wine coolers, and immediately I got vexed. Because I know how sold out she was for God. And if she was that sold out for God, she got a bottle on here. She don't need to be talked about. She needs to be. So I said, hold on, y'all. Shut your mouth. I called her and said, baby, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's wrong, but I know that ain't like you. Is everything all right? Is everything okay? Because if you're going through that much hell, something had to happen. She broke down crying and said, thank you so much. Everybody else been talking about me, but they don't know the hell I've been through. In here, surviving at somebody else's cost. Cold and naked. Not just your wife, because she's easy. Can you call somebody who just cussed you out yesterday? Can you just say, no? Why do you care? Because I know the God in you. I know what God got for you. I came against you, but that didn't matter. That was just only a fighting for your life. You scratched me, you fighting for your life. It ain't about me. Let me cover all you up. Someone say clothes. It means to throw around, put around. Naked leg means exposed to harm. Now listen to this. I like this elder rifle. I love this one. I love this one. Sorry for my visitors. I am a bit ignorant. Just pray for me. It says, naked, exposed to harm, unprotected, or vulnerable. Go, Pastor. See, we might be tempted to cover stuff up, to hide it. He didn't say cover it. I know you're sleeping around, but don't tell nobody.
Come on, Bishop.
Because you're my preacher. I don't need the church to look bad, so I'm going to hide it. That ain't about hiding. Saints don't cover up no mess to hide mess.
That's right.
If you're going to cover up mess, it's because you're trying to protect the person in the mess until they get fixed. But if you find out they don't want to get fixed, but they'll cover that mess.
Right.
See, it's pop.
Come on, Bishop.
Exposed to harm. Baby, you can't tell everybody what you've been through. Everybody can handle your past. Can tell everybody what you've been through. Everybody can handle your present. You're exposing yourself. I'm preaching if you don't want to hear it. You're exposing the hell. Everybody, you can't tell everybody what you've been through. Exposed to harm, unprotected, and vulnerable. Somebody say, therefore, can I teach? Leave me alone. Therefore, clothing the naked means throwing something around someone who is exposed to harm, unprotected, or vulnerable. They've been in the streets their whole life. But here recently, I'm going to confess my tell anybody. I need to be saved. What do you do when somebody get caught telling all their business when they shouldn't tell to some folk? Listen to me. Listen to me. Someone say, clothe the naked. The thing you got to understand here, therefore, clothing naked means throwing something around someone who is exposed to harm or protected from harm. Listen to this, write this down, write this down, write this down. People, we, not the streets, not the club, not Facebook, not Instagram. We want Mark Zuckerberg to cover up our mess. Why do you let everybody see everything? Mark said, it ain't my job. I get paid for mess. Most folks get profit from mess. The messier it is, the more attractive it is. And now you got folk, man, I'm going to stop for a second. The paratherapy focus in there. You got folks who get paid off of church mess. Everything happened in church, they posted it and making a mockery of it, getting likes.
Right.
And the more likes they get, the more money they get.
Yeah.
Because, you know why? All the mess is well. Oh, you better say it like you believe it. All the mess is well. Because it's hidden in the church, but it's there. Folks they didn't got bored with the clothes. They didn't got bored with the corners.
Yeah.
That's old news. It's new news when it's on the pastor.
Come on.
It's new news when it's on the deacon. It's new news when the deacon talking about somebody who's gay and they post it all out there. But y'all got quiet. But I ain't gonna move on. I'm gonna keep on. The mess is here. And you know who's selling the mess? The church folk. They uncovered enough so I can get it out there. Because she talked about me. She came against me. She slept with my husband. No, your husband slept with her.
Free. Help us. Amen. Help us, Bishop.
Okay, let me get back to the point. I'm sorry. So they clothe the naked.
Clothe the naked.
People must be able to trust us to cover them when they are exposed to danger, unprotected, and vulnerable. I'm asking the church a question right now. Can folk trust you to cover them when they are exposed to danger and unprotected and vulnerable? Vulnerable means they are open to scrutiny. Can you cover them and protect them? Listen, a great example of this. Y'all know me, my wife and me both, we spiritual nosy, and the Bible keeps changing. I swear I read the scripture 100 times and I ain't never seen it from Nicodemus' perspective. I always seen it from Jesus' perspective. I always seen it from the Sanhedrin perspective. The Sanhedrin was those smart folks who knew everything but didn't know nothing. They knew the past, they knew the present, but they didn't know the future, that Jesus was going to die and set them all free. So I knew from the Sanhedrin perspective, prophets, that from the Sanhedrin perspective, that joker should have been there. And he was hiding and trying to slip in. I even saw from Jesus' perspective, because why you come to me now? Your homeboys ain't here. Your homeboys ain't around to see you humble to me. Your homeboys ain't something recorded. So everybody know you came and humbled to me. If I was Jesus, I probably would have said that. Jesus didn't say that. So from Jesus' perspective, I'm thinking to myself, man, Jesus should have been mad. That joker just slipped up on him at night, dogged him out the day, called him crazy today, and at night he coming to him. But I never looked at it from Nicodemus' perspective. Somebody said he was naked. Y'all not ready. So we found a lesson on how to cover folks up from the scripture. And the first thing we find this lesson, write this down, we find a naked Nicodemus. See, I didn't say somebody who you like. It's easy, Brother Leo, to cover up my wife. I ain't want nobody to see my goods. My boo quick. I don't think nobody saw it. Because I covered up all girl, you better come up, took my jacket off and gave it to her and say, girl, you better not even act like you got a hole in your jacket. You didn't even notice, Leo. I move fast. But how fast do you move for your enemy? How fast do you move to somebody who done took your name and destroyed it? And now you see them exposed. And you can kill it. You ain't even gotta post it. You ain't even gotta send it. All you gotta do is make one phone call to your homegirl dog. And know for a fact she'll set it out for you. And your hands are clean as a whistle. Girl, do you know what I seen? I ain't gossiping or nothing. I'm just telling you like it is. Did you cover or did you purposely expose? I get real edgy when folks come and say, I ain't gossiping, stop that here. Don't say nothing else. Because if you say it about them to me, what are you saying to them about me? My daddy taught me a whole lot of stuff. My daddy taught me one thing. If a dog bring a bone, how close your dog is picking up.
That's right. Yes, Lord. That's it.
I'm preaching whether you want to listen to me or not.
Preaching, Bishop. You've been preaching, Bishop.
So, it says here, therefore, it says, oh, somebody say, we see.
We see.
Come on, someone talk to me. Say, we see a naked Nicodemus. I know he's naked. The word naked means exposed to harm. Unprotected and vulnerable. I know he's exposed to harm. Unprotected and vulnerable. Number one, because he's in an unusual place. He in an unusual place. Write the word unusual down. Sister Kendra, you know, when we was out there in them streets, some place we wasn't gonna go. We weren't gonna do some things, wrong or right. Something we'll do, but it's our limit.
Yeah.
We weren't gonna do that. And if we know for a fact we beefing with somebody, we ain't gonna show up to their birthday party.
Right. That's right.
That don't make sense. If I do, two things you can write the shirt. Number one, I ain't by myself.
That's what I'm saying.
And number two, we ain't finna party, but we finna rock and roll. I know where you was, so I'm showing up to show out. We finna bust. So Nicodemus in an unusual place. They just downed Jesus and his disciples, but he rolled up by himself. This don't make sense. This don't make sense. They at church. This don't make sense. They in my driveway. Whoa! All places I know she didn't. Listen, I lost my salvation for 5 minutes when I saw her in my driveway because I know we ain't cool like that. God help me, just he knock on the door. She better be turning around. She better not at my mama's house. At my mama. No, she didn't. No, he didn't. But something inside of you began to twist and turn and conviction set in. Everything you said in your mind to say, when you opened that door, you couldn't say it. Because God began to tell you, if they showed up here by themselves and they sitting up here, this must be something wrong. It must be something different. It can't be what I think it is. It can't be. It can't be. No. In an unusual place, at an unusual time. Unusual time. It's unusual. See, I may not answer my phone in the daytime because everybody called me all day. I may not answer my phone in the daytime. The other day I was on vacation and I wouldn't answer the phone for everybody. I was on vacation. But my phone rang while I was taking a nap. Not even thinking about ministry. And it was Elder Trailer. I hurry up. Hello? Everything all right? Yeah, Bishop, or something, this. Because I know this unusual time she wouldn't be calling me.
Yeah.
If everything was struggle right now because I'm exposed and I need to take care of this. And don't get it twisted. It wasn't was something in church. So just get out your head. You trying to figure out what happened. But, baby, if they calling me at 1 o'clock in the morning,
Oh, yeah.
it better be something wrong. And it better be where you couldn't even get help from God. You needed a touch and agreement with me. So Nicodemus came to an unusual place at an unusual time. Listen, I'm not done. If y'all want to go ahead and go. But I got to teach this one. Because a lot of y'all were running to this. An unusual time. It's nighttime. It's nighttime. If you're calling me now, it gotta be something wrong. I ain't never seen it like this, Nick. Nick, I'm sorry, but I see your struggle, Nick. It wasn't about pride, Nick. You were broken and exposed. Unusual time. Listen, you know they're exposed because you're seeing unusual stuff. 6 weeks ago, you were nothing. Now you are amazing. 6 weeks ago, you were nothing. Now you rabbi.
Yeah.
Rabbi means a teacher's teacher.
Come on. Wow.
Listen, I gotta paint the picture. Now, Jesus never went many places by himself. Matter of fact, when he went by himself, he told everybody, guess what? I'm going by myself. Because I don't want y'all to follow me. A lot of y'all mamas know what that's like. I'm going to bed by myself. So husbands, stay out here for a little while longer. I need some alone time. I'm going to the store.
By myself.
I don't want nobody to go. Man, not even you. So Jesus made it be known when I'm by but one man time, he was by. Can I also tell you, man, I wish I could take this time. And everybody who with me when I'm not by myself may not be for you.
Yeah.
I don't care if y'all all prayer partners, every prayer partner can't be trusted.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on here.
I mess the whole church up. But you gotta be spiritually wise enough on what you can share, when you can share, and who you can share. Pastor, I didn't care nobody but the prayer ministry. That's where you went wrong.
Yeah.
Talk, Bishop.
Help us. Help us.
Listen, supposed to be by myself.
By myself.
So I'm pretty sure the disciples were right there with him. In come Nicodemus in an unusual place at an unusual time, saying unusual stuff. See, many people thought that Jesus interrupted him prophetically. He knew what he was about to say, so he said it for him. But after reading this, I think he did it interjectively. He saw what he was about to say, and he knew what he was about to say. He said, hold up, stop, don't say another word. You must be born again. I know what you're going to say. I know I see it coming, but shut up. Everybody's listening. Let me show you. He comes down, Rabbi this and Rabbi that, and a great teacher this and great teacher that, and you must be from God this, you must be. And I can only see some of y'all being in home with your homegirls or at this restaurant with homegirls, and one girl who don't like you, unusual place, show up and say, Sister Elder Trailer, in front of all your friends, you see she broke and busted. I gotta come tell you that I'm sorry. I came against you. You was right about me. Oh, stop! It's gonna be all right. Hey, girls, I gotta step away from a second. Because even though she came against me, even though she taught me, I'm not gonna let you expose yourself. I'm gonna cover you. I can imagine Jesus had to talk and cover him up because Nicodemus, you're about to say something that everybody can't hear.
Yeah.
So we see a naked Nicodemus. After Nicodemus see a covering Jesus.
Yeah.
A covering Jesus. Why do you know you see a covering Jesus? Number one, because what he didn't let Nicodemus say.
Man.
He cut him off. It looked like it was the most confusing, Mama, this is one of the most confusing parts of the Bible. Nicodemus talking, and Nicodemus get called, and he said, you must be born again. Why you cut the man off? I can imagine Jesus said, I saw where he was going. And it wasn't a place or the time. He gave him the answer, but he didn't let him. So not only did I think Jesus was covered because of what he let Nicodemus say. But what Jesus didn't say, can I talk to all the church folk? All the church folk, all church folk say amen.
Amen.
I know, baby, not because of what he didn't let Nicodemus say, but also what he didn't say. He didn't say, oh yeah, keep going. What else going on? How it happened? What time? Where? Girl, you for real? Hold up. Hang on a second. Let me call. He didn't ask no questions. He didn't say nothing but, you must be born again. See, church folks that got so twisted to where they need more information for the prayer than what they need. They ask for more information for the prayer. You don't need all that. You don't need none of that. God, omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. He knows everything. He everywhere, all powerful. He don't need your 2 cents to get into that. He said, I'm not going to ask you because I don't need to know. Because not only am I covering you from disciples, I'm covering you from me. Some stuff you can't handle. As a pastor, I don't want to know everything you're dealing with. Some things I just don't want to know. Bishop told me that one day. He said, son, some things you don't want to know. I said, Bishop, we got to keep the church holy. He said, the church nasty already. Some things you don't want to know. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. Doggone it. I'm going to keep preaching though. Not only do I know he'll cover Jesus because of what he didn't let him say. Not only do I know he'll cover Jesus because of what he didn't say. Sister Miles, Minister Miles, I know he'll cover Jesus because of what Jesus said. He says, to get the kingdom of heaven, you must be born again. Someone say kingdom.
Kingdom.
I love this. Kingdom is ability and authority to rule over. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. He says, he interceded for me. He says, to get a kingdom, stop. Get the kingdom of heaven. You must be born again. It's about the kingdom. Kingdom, ability for the rule over. I don't know what you're struggling with. I don't care if it's your marriage. I don't care if it's drugs. I don't care if it's homosexuality. I don't care if it's money. I don't care what it is, but all of it. If you don't get authority over it, you got to be born again. He cut him off before he said it and gave him an answer to answer all things. Whatever it is, if you don't get no authority over it, you must be born again. I don't want to hear it. They don't need to hear it, but all you need to know. Listen, come here, somebody, come here, DJ, DJ. All you need to know, he was born again. But listen, before he said that, he covered him. Now walk with me for a second, baby. I ain't gonna be too tough. Now listen. He says, no matter what, you gotta, I don't care what you're doing, but I don't need you to say another word. I don't need to make another post. Don't do nothing. Stop that mess. Folks are out to hurt you. I know you're in a place where you're broken. What's this? I know it. Don't say nothing else. All you know is you must be born again. Whatever you're struggling with, I'm not even asking because you may not be ready to tell me. Or whatever you're struggling with, Nicodemus, I got you. Even though you talked about me, I got you. Even though you came against me, I got you. All you know when you're ready. No, you're missing my thing. I'm going to cover you until you're ready. When you're ready, I got your back. They ain't hiding that mess. You better show some progress. You can go to somebody else's church, go to somebody else's preaching. But right now, until you recover, when you're ready. Because you know you ain't ready because we go from a naked Nicodemus to a covering Jesus to a nakeder. Now, this ain't a word, but to a more naked Nicodemus. Nicodemus exposed himself even more. How do you get delivered when you're old? I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been doing this for 40 years. I can't go in my mama and come back all over again. I've been doing this for too long, and I heard you preach down the road and you convicted the hell out of me. And now I'm in a place, God, I need it. And I want to tell all my business, but you won't let me. But at least tell me, how do I get delivered when I'm old? I'm old. I've been doing this a long time. That's why I'm covering you up. Because you're fragile right now. You can't handle what people gonna say about you. You still got a reputation that you gotta hold. People look up to you. I don't care what you said about me, but your reputation means something. So I'm gonna cover you right now. Listen. You have a naked Nicodemus, a covering Christ, a naked Nicodemus, but Nicodemus didn't get naked until he knew Jesus had his back. He didn't go no further and say, no, I'm good. I'm in a safe place. I'm in a good place. Don't mess it up when they open themselves up more, because now you got all the goods. God gonna get you for that one. He said, listen, second thing you gotta understand, number one, Nicodemus didn't open up and get more naked until Jesus, listen to me, covered him. And then Jesus didn't try to dress him until Nicodemus got more naked. He tried to keep it on you. Now, baby, you want to see you, you want to see you. Jesus covered him. And he didn't immediately go in for the gusto. You need to get your act together. You need to change your life. You want to get to heaven, you got to stop sleeping around. You got to stop lying. Jesus didn't go in.
Yeah, right.
All he did was
Cover.
And then when Nicodemus got comfortable, he said, well, how do I get delivered? I'm old. I'm old. Jesus says, listen to me. Since you asked me, I'm going to tell you. Now that I got your ear, nobody else is here. And even though they're here, they don't know what we're talking about because you didn't tell them all your business. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to go from being a covering Jesus to now a clothing Jesus. A clothing means to take something off and put something on. Hold yourself. So the next thing he says is very important. He says, since you asked me now, go ahead, co-pastor.